I'm not a fan of dating apps for a lot of reasons, and it's not because I don't get matches on there, because I do all the time. And they talk about how tall and handsome I am. But I feel like the climate they create just isn't suitable for finding like a long-term partner. Not to say that it's impossible, obviously. I re-downloaded Hinge after I found out my goat Zora Mamdani found a beautiful brown woman on that app. But downloading an app for the sole reason of finding like a partner, you're bound to find some connections that, you know, you wouldn't really pick otherwise. I just don't like the idea of putting forth a persona of some kind of like the best version of yourself. You know, I'm a real friends to lovers kind of guy where you know I have flaws, but you know, you pick me anyway. Yo.
Yeah, you good?
Yeah, you know, yeah, good. I was sorry, I'm nervous. I have to ask you a question real quick. We've been friends for like a while, right?
Right.
I don't know, man. I'm just thinking after like so many years, it's been at least like maybe 6 or 7. I'm thinking, you know, maybe we could take the next step in our friendship or what?
Yeah, about it. And you're right. I just realized I forgot to tell you Happy Juneteenth, and that's on me. But like, yeah.
So like, you think you and I can make this work or what?
We can probably stick it in, yeah.
Obviously, there's a limit to that idea. Like, I think it'd be chill if you didn't know I was into feet before the first date. But the show we're going to be talking about today blows far past that limit. Baggage is a show that ran when I was a kid, and for some reason, I watched it. I remember being like 8 or 9 watching it with my brothers, which makes no sense, because at that point, the closest thing I got to a relationship was setting Kristen Bell as my wallpaper on my phone. The show is hosted by the late Jerry Springer. Shout out to the GOAT. Which is just kind of sad to see after watching Jay Aubrey's video on him. Did you know he was a politician? Like a pretty smart one, I think. He was like really well spoken. After some stuff went down, he got stuck making reality slop. To be fair, it was a prison of his own making, but it's just kind of sad to see because he kind of hated doing it. Also from that video, I got to see Jerry Springer young, which I hate. It's like really uncanny seeing old people as young. It kind of makes my stomach hurt a little bit. Some other old people I've seen as young. Willem Dafoe. Yeah, I hate it. I know he'd have some of you in a chokehold, you freaks. Betty White. She just kind of looks terrifying. And then Hillary Clinton. Oh my God. Don't get me started on Hillary Clinton, dude. Ladies, please know your worth. Big Bill literally had Sabrina Carpenter and still couldn't stay off that island, right? Maybe men ain't shit. You guys are probably right. Whenever I find a topic to make a video on, I always look it up on YouTube first to see if it was like run into the ground or if nobody's interested in it at all. And after doing it, I actually saw a lot of people, a lot of big YouTubers from a while ago were making videos on it. Even my GOAT Curtis Connor, the Marsha P. Johnson guy. And I don't want to beat a dead horse, so we will not be talking about baggage today. We'll be talking about baggage on the road. What's the difference between baggage and baggage on the road? Nothing at all. It's the exact same show. I did end up watching a few episodes of season 1 in preparation, and it's kind of weird how every episode is the exact same no matter what. No matter what, there's always going to be some weird sexual stuff that's brought up, guaranteed.
You're uncircumcised. That's the baggage.
Trust me, I know for a fact I've gotten nothing but positive feedback on it.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. He's proud.
I love it. I think it's the best decision my dad ever made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the worst part is, later in the episode, he's defending it with his life. Like, he's essentially yelling at Jerry and convulsing after speaking. If you're going to get this defensive about it, man, just don't bring it up. Also, for some reason, they just allow slurs on air. I don't know. For some reason, part of this guy's baggage was that he dated a trans woman for 2 months. I really don't get how that's baggage, but okay, sure. And then the guy next to him, after finding out this information, says this.
I'm not a chasing pauper, and that's why you should pick me.
Hey man, what? And then the worst part is, later in the episode, they censor the P word. You know, vagina? And then he wins too. Why are you dating this guy, bro? Leave, get off the show now. One thing they don't do on Baggage on the Road that they do on original Baggage is after the show ends, there's like a quick clip of the contestants at the end, right? And it's so funny how if the contestant gets denied, they get viscerally angry every time.
I mean, I accepted a rats, and she can't even handle a few arrests that happened umpteen years ago. I mean, give me a freaking break.
Calm down, bro. I don't think it's the end of the world. That probably was not going to be your wife. Imagine being so mad because you thought Jerry Springer set you up with your wife, but then you decided to tell her that you have extra long pubes on the first date, and now she doesn't like you. What did you think was gonna happen? Let me know. Baggage on the Road and Baggage, again, are essentially the same show. But if for some reason you clicked on this video without knowing anything about either show, I'll explain the premise to you. It's a dating show where 3 contestants come out onto the stage and they have bags with undesirable information about them, you know, hidden away. The picker then picks who they don't want to date based on that information. After all is said and done and they picked one person, then the contestant chooses whether or not they want to date the picker based on the information they have in their big bag, right? I don't know if I explained it well. Just go watch an episode, man. It's for free on Pluto TV. And I know I've said multiple times that the show is essentially the same, but in the intro of Baggage on the Road, Jerry Springer is surrounded by snow bunnies. All right, there it is. That's the whole joke. Okay, thank you. The picker on this episode is Chelsea, and there's a pretty nice intro video letting us know what she's all about. She likes to play tennis, she's a nurse, and she likes to cook.
Chelsea, I love helping people. That's probably why I became a nurse. One of my passions is cooking. I love it. I'm pretty good at it, and I promise you won't get food poisoning.
Yeah, no, I think you're gonna get food poisoning for sure. Why would you bring that up? How rare is food poisoning? I don't know. I've never had it. How often is food poisoning happening in your vicinity that you have to clarify it's not coming from you? We then get to meet the contestants, and each of them are exactly who you would expect to go on a dating show. This guy, Will, is wearing a fedora with a feather in it. And he also says he raps.
In my free time, I like to spit rhymes. Beauty, my type, I'm trying to date her. On her, I'd rather bait her. My name, Will Fitz. Remember it so you can say it later.
Be honest, Will. You wrote a line about masturbating and they made you change it. His first piece of baggage is the fact that he always wears a fanny pack. That makes a lot of sense considering you're wearing a fedora right now. He then explains it by saying, well, I always wear tight pants, so I can never fit anything in my pockets. Cool, man. I know 3 things about you. You like fanny packs, you like fedoras, and you like skinny jeans. And I like none of that information. He then turns around and shows us his butt, you know, being like, hey, my pants are really tight to show off my awesome butt. And then Chelsea looks at him like this. Hey man, you lost. Get off the show. You automatically lost. I think if you're doing something to attract somebody else, I think that's the exact opposite reaction you want. The next guy is Sohan. He seems like a pretty chill guy, so I'm not hating him too much. But he says he likes working out. Yeah, man, for sure. 2 sit-ups and lollygagging counts as working out. Yeah. Yeah, man, I take my fitness very seriously. My body's my most valuable asset. Can you help me down? I can feel the blood pooling to my head. He then says he likes to cook, then shows us his signature dish.
I love to cook. I'm gonna cook squid and broccoli. It's what I usually end up cooking because it's fast and healthy. In China, they say manmanshi.
They also say na wan yi erlan tola, which is a direct translation to that shit's ass. How do you cook squid and it gets even more gray? I think that's for sure gonna give you food poisoning. And then Sohan's smallest bag is that he does not wear deodorant. Ew. We're going 0 for 2 right now. Get off the show immediately. He then starts talking about some like, yeah, if you don't like my pheromones, then you probably just won't like me. Okay, dude, shut up. We're not butterflies. I'm assuming you all got that joke because we all learned how male sex hormones and heliconius butterflies released by the androconia affects female choice, right? We all learned that? The last contestant is Kelly, and the show really plays it up on you till it drops a bombshell that Kelly, it's a girl! I could have told you based on the name Kelly. But either way, based on her little intro video, she's by far the most likable out of the 3. Her smallest piece of baggage is that she sleeps with a deadly weapon. And it's very funny watching all of them react because, hey man, it's not that big a deal. Like, I don't like guns at all either, but it really makes sense for you to keep one on your nightstand, you know, especially if you're a woman living alone. But then later on we find out that it's not even a gun, it's a crowbar. And they classify that as a lethal weapon. Yeah, man, sure. A crowbar is a lethal weapon in the same way that I'm an adult, technically, even though I still live with my parents and pick my nose. Then immediately after that, we learn what the potential baggage Chelsea has. So in her one big bag, we learn what it possibly could be.
We will find out what's in Chelsea's big red bag. Is she over $100,000 in debt? Does she have a huge taxidermy collection? Or is she a dominatrix looking for her next plaything?
Come on. We all know which one it's going to be. This is baggage. Come on. Now we learn what's in their medium bags, and now is when I really started thinking the show is pulling punches real bad because none of this stuff is like like true genuine baggage, I think. In order, they are, one of them is addicted to cougars. The next one is that one of their exes has a gun. And the last one being that instead of breaking up, they just ghost them. Like, to be fair, these aren't like real issues. And I know it's a game show that it's supposed to be light and fun, but imagine for a second if you truly had to write down 3 things about yourself that could be a deal breaker to somebody else. I've done that for you now. So in my small bag, I'll put that I'm 5'8". I know, like, I think it's a pretty good height, but some women just say I'm too tall. In my medium bag, I put down, I've watched the light leave a man's eyes up close. And then my large bag would be that I'm just too handsome. Either way, now we get to hear Chelsea talk for an extended period of time. And based on how she talks, she just seems like really nervous. Like she talks like this a lot. Like,
But instead of just breaking up, you leave. Like, that's definitely poor manners.
you kind of seem like you don't want to be on the show, man. Just download Tinder like the rest of us. What are you doing? Either way, she ends up eliminating Kelly, which kind of sucks because she had the most personality out of the other two. Kind of sad to see. Kelly, I love you. Hit my line. So it turns out Sohan is the one that like ghosts people randomly when he wants to leave. And his excuse is that when he wants to travel, he just does it. He doesn't really tell anybody. He just goes, which makes sense, right? You have to come back eventually, though. So I don't get why you can't continue to date the same person after you left. It's like going on a date, leaving to go to the bathroom, and then when you come back, you just sit at another random table. Like, hey, man, you have a table. What are you doing? But now we get to see what's in their biggest bag, and Will's is the fact that he tattooed a woman's name on his arm before they even started dating. And looking at his arms, at no point do you see any tattoos of women's names. So I don't know. And you could say, oh, he got it covered up, but that's what Chelsea asked. And he says that he just gets more women's names around that name. So I don't know. I think they're just lying. Sohan's biggest bag is the fact that he likes to role play. And, you know, when he's getting freaky. And again, that's just not baggage, man. Why are you copping out so hard? Like, they just want to add more freaky stuff in the episode because, like, everybody does that. No, I wouldn't know. I don't have sex. Or, no, I do have, and it's, okay. Before Chelsea decides on who she wants to date, each person makes their final plea before she picks, you know, who her final choice is. And through this entire episode, Sohan has showed no emotion, and it does not change now.
We can talk about medicine. We can do lots of traveling together, see the world, see all kinds of things. We probably make real pretty babies. So.
Hey, man, don't ever flirt again. Stop it right now, immediately. What he's doing is what I feel like I'm doing every time I talk to a woman. Show some emotion, right? We will have perfect offspring. Throw in a smile, maybe. What are you doing? She ended up picking Will, which makes my stomach hurt. He's wearing the loosest jeans in Atlanta. If I really had to pick, I would have went with Jerry Springer. Oh, Jerry Springer. But now it's Will's turn to decide whether or not he wants to date Chelsea based on her baggage. And just to remind you, it's either she's in crippling debt, her house is a graveyard for animals, or she likes to have sex. Hey man, one of those is not like the other.
Feel your baggage. Oh.
There's no way it wasn't that one, because this is garbage daytime TV for garbage people. I'm telling you, they have to recreate the show, but with like actual baggage. I need to see people opening up about being emotionally abusive. I'll host it, I promise. Either way, that's all I got for you today. I felt like Baggage was a nice, funny, silly little show that I can make a video about. Let me know, did you watch Baggage back in the day? And were you also attracted to Jerry Springer? I have a duck in the back today, and oh, he's not even spinning anymore. What is that? I hate, dude. It's fine. I don't even care. Just don't even, nobody comments on the duck. My heart will be hurt. How long has he been frozen for? Jesus. But yeah, like, subscribe, comment, do all that YouTube stuff. It helps me out a ton. You can subscribe for free. And if for some reason you want to unsubscribe later, don't. I was also thinking about hanging up some of my vinyls like on the wall up here, maybe over here. Let me know. Is my background a problem for you? Please, I can change. I'll change for you. I promise. Also, look at my Minecraft shirt. How cool is that? It's Minecraft spiders. Okay. That's it. Comment what I should make a video on next. I love talking about old shows. Okay, that's it. I love you. Bye.